Good day students. Welcome to a new class of IT 402 Electronic Spreadsheet Advanced Unit 2. In today's session, we are going to learn creating and using macros in a worksheet, which is session number 4 of the unit. So let us understand what is a macro and how do we use a macro in a worksheet. So what is a macro? A macro is a saved sequence of commands or keystrokes that are stored for later use. So sometimes it happens that when we are working with an Excel worksheet, with a spreadsheet, we may need to use the same commands again and again on multiple workbooks or worksheets. So instead of repeating the same commands again and again, we can create it or save it like a particular list of commands and save it together as a macro and use that macro later on whenever we want to run the same steps again and again. So this way it creates a lot of time saving for our work on a spreadsheet. So that is called as a macro. So macros there, so whatever our repeated commands or our repeated keystrokes, they are recorded together and placed as a macro. Now, OpenOffice org macro language is very flexible, allowing automation of both simple and complex tasks. So, we can use these macros to do very simple as well as complex tasks because the macro language is very flexible and allows us to make a lot of our own tasks and functions. Macros are especially useful to repeat a task the same way over and over again. So if macro is very useful when we want to do repetitive tasks again and again. So this is what is called as a macro. So let us now understand how we can record a macro and how we can reuse or rerun that macro to do repetitive tasks. Let me explain to you how to run a macro with the help of this example. Now here we have a sheet which is untitled still now. I have not yet saved it, but I have got data of the unit marks of 10th A, 10th B and 10th C. Now here I want to calculate the total marks as well as the percentage for all the classes from 10th A to 10th F, and all the data is exactly in similar way. Wherever it is, it's exactly in the same format. Now here I can record a macro whereby I can just calculate the totals and the percentage for one of the classes, and I will do it for the remaining classes. You may ask me, why not I just type down the total of this and the percentage calculate and then copy and paste it across the other sheet. But what happens with the copy paste command is that at one point of time you can copy only one command, and so again you need to repeat the same process for first you copy the total, then you paste it across the other sheet, then you calculate the percentage. Instead of doing this, we can record a macro whereby I will calculate the total as well as the percentage in one shot and then just simply run the macro across the other sheets. Now let us see how to do it. First, for recording a macro, we click on the tools option, click on macro, and then we need to start recording a macro. I click on the record macro option and you get to see a sign called stop recording. Now every step that I do will now be recorded as a macro. So here I will click on this cell and say I will write down the total formula is equal to C4 plus D4 plus E4 plus F4. I press enter, I get the total. Now I'm going to calculate the formula is equal to, in bracket, G4 divided by 80 bracket closed multiplied by 100, and I get the percentage. Now I calculate I copy the same percentage and totals for the other cells, and I now stop recording my macro. Now when I stop recording, I get to see this particular dialog box which shows me the name of my, see here there are many sets, and here you will see untitled one, which is actually the name of your file as of now. Now when you expand this, you get a standard folder, and underneath in the standard folder, when I double click on the standard folder, here under this standard folder, I will have to create a new module under which I am going to save it. So I click on this new module and I can give a name to it called unit, or any name which I want, which will help me to identify that this is my module in which I am going to save all my macros. So I've given a name called unit. I say OK, and under that already a existing main macro will be there, which we should not touch. That I'll let you know later what it is. And I'm going to give a name for this. Let's take total. I'm giving this name called total to my macro, and I click on save. So under my current document, which is untitled right now, there is a new module which I have named, which is called as unit, and under that I have saved a macro called total, and I click on the save button. Now I'm going to, so already my macro has been saved. Now I'm going to simply use the same macro and run it on this particular sheet. So for that purpose, I have to click on tools, macro, run macro, and where is it? It is inside untitled under standard. Inside unit, we have got this particular macro which I saved. Click on the total and run. When I click on run, see, automatically I don't have to do anything. The macro is run and the corresponding totals and percentage gets calculated. Same way here, I click on this again, click on tools, macro, run my macro. Again, it is under untitled, under standard, inside unit, it is total, and run the macro. So this way I have created a macro for the calculations. I just have to run the macro wherever applicable. Now, the only thing that we need to understand in macros is that the macros use absolute referencing. So, which means that if my macros are run for this particular range, that is for C4 to G8, and my formulas are in these cells, then exactly the same format has to be followed in the other corresponding sheets also. So if I run a macro for another range of cells over here, that same macro will not be applicable. So that is one thing we need to remember. Now, can this macro be done only for totaling? No, I can do some formatting macro also. So let us say I want to format this particular headings for the sheets in the same way. So let us record a new macro. I'll say tools, macro, record macro. Now, this time I want to do some formatting. So it has already started recording. So I will select this range of cells from here. I'll click on merge and center. Click on centering. Then I want to do some formatting. Similarly, I want to do for this also. I want to merge it. Again, I click on merge and the cells. I'm going to give a center alignment to it. Now, all the three I want to give some particular formatting to it. I'm selecting the three cells. Go to format, cells. Under this, under the font tab, let me select some good font. Make it bold. Make it size 16. Then I want to give font effect, which means I'm going to change my font color. I keep it as orange. Now under the background, I can give it as a light yellow background and click on OK. So now this is the formatting, and I can increase the column width, etc. And now I stop the recording. Now again I have come here. Now I can give a new name in the same thing. In untitled, under the unit module, I'm giving a new name to my macro called formatting or format, anything like that. I click on save. Now I can go back and use the same macro and run it for this. So click on tools, macro, run macro. Again go into my untitled, under unit, the name was format, and click on run. Now the exact same format is now come for 10th B. Similarly, I can run the same macro, tools, macro, run the macro. Again under untitled, under standard, I've got the unit, and under that format and run the macro. So now the same macro I have used for all the three sheets exactly in the same way. So this way I can use my macros wherever I want to do repeated tasks, I can just save my macro, the steps which I am doing one after the other, and save it properly so that I can use the macro again and again whenever I need. So in the same way, just as I did it for 3 classes, now my work becomes absolutely easy. The repeated steps for all the 7 divisions up to F, I can do. Just have to get the data and use the same macros, run it again and again, and use it for the remaining 7 divisions. The formatting macro is also ready. The calculation macro is also ready. So this way it helps to save a lot of time. So repeated steps can be very properly recorded and as a macro, and rerun it again and again as per our need. Let me now show you the assignment which has been given for macros in your textbook, in your PDF. That is, we are going to create a macro, and the steps which are there for creating a macro, that is this particular: open a macro, enter the numbers, use a macro recorder, etc. We are going to see that, and how to stop the recording. This exact procedure I am going to show it to you using the calc sheet. So here on a new sheet called Untitled 1, I have written the exact same numbers 1, 2, 3, 8, 7, 6 and 9, 10 and 11. Now I am going to start recording a macro. Click on Tools, Macro, Record Macro. Now my macro has started recording. Now what is the assignment they have told? That is, you need to click on number 3 and edit and copy it. Now I have copied it to the clipboard. Now I have to select this entire range and click on Paste Special and multiply the number which has been in the clipboard to all the numbers which are here on this list. So that is what is going to be done. So click on multiply and click on OK. Now you see the number was 3 and it was 3 into 1 are 3, 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9. And here 3 10, 3 11, 3 9, 3 into 9, 3 9s are 27. Like this, the number 3 has got multiplied with this particular number and this macro has got recorded. So now I stop recording. Now here under Untitled 1, I close all this. Under Untitled 1, I will open and here double click on this and create a new module. I created a new module called module number 1, and under this module number 1, I am going to create a new macro that is already standard macro, and under this I am going to give a name called, for the macro, called as paste multiply, and click on save. Now my macro has got saved. Now let me try using the same macro on another set of numbers over here. Now in this case, the macro here, the number is 5. So it will divide it with all the others. So here you will get 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 5 fours are 20, 5 threes are 15, 5 6 are 30, 5 tens are like this. The number 5, this number 5 will get divided by all this, because exactly the same macro we are going to run on a different set of numbers. So you go click on Tools, Macro, run the macro. Now which macro I want to run? Under Untitled, I've got Standard, and under Module 1, I've got Paste Multiply. Click on that and click on Run. Now see, that particular module has run, that particular macro has run on this set of numbers. That means the number which was over here 5 has got multiplied by all the other numbers. So the same macro we used on this numbers and the same macro we ran on this particular set of data. So here this is what is exactly explained to you in this particular assignment, which is there in your PDF and which I just now demonstrated to you. These numbers, we selected the range, copied it to the clipboard, used tools, recorded the macro, we recorded it, we multiplied that number, and then we stopped recording it. Then we saved it under Untitled in a new module. We gave the name as module 1, and inside that module 1 we saved the macro name as paste multiply, and we stopped the recording. That is, we recorded the macro. I also additionally showed you how to run the same macro on a new set of data in sheet number 2. So this is basically what is the concept of a macro and how we can use it in our sheets to do repeated tasks again and again. Let us now actually see what happens when we write a macro. When we write a macro, the steps of the macro are getting recorded in a language called as star basic, or and it is gets recorded here in Open Office Base. So if I want to see the coding of my macro, I click on this organize macro and click on Open Office Base. Now here, when I click on this and this is my paste multiply, this I click on edit, it will show me the actual coding called C sub paste multiply, and this is the exact coding which is gets displayed to me here. This is the coding which goes on into creating this. So the coding is written between two words called as sub paste multiply and end sub. Here, end sub. So this way your coding gets created in the code window, and this coding is written in a language called as star basic. Here we have got sub main and end main. Here we are not going to touch. All other macros which are recorded gets recorded as new sub and new sub functions and ends with an end sub. Now why am I telling you this? Because later on in the next part of our chapter we are going to create or write codes in the coding language, and we are going to write codes and make our own functions in the macro. So that is why I am explaining to you the exact place where these codes are written in the when a macro is created, the codes are written in this particular place between sub, the function name or the macro name, and end sub. So this is what I wanted to show you. So because in the next part of the chapter we are going to make our own functions using macros. So just a recap about how to save a macro. Whenever we have finished recording a macro, we automatically come to this dialog box where you click on the number 1 is the my macros, which already contains certain other macros which are predefined. Open office macros are the predefined or already existing macros in that particular sheet, that is functions. The next one is the untitled, that is number 7. This is the untitled one where it is the worksheet or the current worksheet where we are working. Now, until a worksheet is saved, there is no a standard library is not saved. But the moment we save a worksheet, then there is a library which is called as the standard library, and along with that we can create new libraries of our choice on, and inside that we can create own modules by clicking on new modules, and inside the modules all the different types of macros that we are creating for to make our work simple, they are saved under different macro names and they can be reused again. So this is the way we can save our macro. So now in today's session we learned how to make a macro, how to record a macro, how to run a macro, and how to see the actual coding. We also saw where the actual coding of the macro, it gets saved when we are when we execute a macro. When we record a macro, the particular macro gets recorded in the form of a macro language which is star basic, and it gets recorded in a particular place. That location also I showed you. In the next class we are going to learn how to make functions or how to create our own functions using macros in a spreadsheet. So that is what we will learn in our next class. Thank you.